Hi, everybody. Welcome. Happy Advent. I wanted to just take a couple minutes and provide some encouragement to you through this Christmas season. Early on in ministry, God provided me a very good friend, kind of an odd relationship, a little bit beyond my comfort zone. He was a born again Anglican priest by the name of Roger, and Roger and I developed this really close relationship. We got together monthly for prayer, and right before Christmas, we got together, and I remember him kind of leaning in, and I just remember seeing it on his face. He said, "I hate Christmas." And I was a young pastor. I didn't understand that. I always liked Christmas. He might even use an expletive about it. That'll stay here, I guess, between us. And I just asked why, and he said, at the end of everything, I am tired, I'm fatigued, I'm burned out, and I feel like quitting. Now that I'm a more seasoned pastor, I get it. I understand that feeling. I know that for those in ministry, Christmas can be one of the hardest seasons. You're hearing stories from people. You're hearing their hurt. You're seeing their hurt. You might even be receiving their hurt. Maybe some of them are hurling it at you. It was the great theologian Bob Marley that once said, "Truth is, everybody hurts you. You just got to find the ones worth suffering for." Like, all right, I think I might even have some better advice to give you than that. From God's Word, Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2, fix your eyes on Jesus. If we don't need to hear that through the Christmas season, I don't know when we need to hear it. Fix your eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith, who for the joy set before him endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. It's that phrase that always gets me. Who for the joy set before him. What was that joy? I think it was you, I think it was me, and I think it was every single person who had ever receive the gift of salvation that Christ offers. And while on the cross, Jesus has that in mind. Who for the joy set before him, he endured the cross. And I think it may be a little similar for us during this season. That what gets us through the season is hopefully the joy set before us of seeing lives changed, individuals hearing maybe for the first time the story of God's grace through Christ. It's the impact that you'll have on them. It's the seeds that you're planting, seeds you probably will never see come to fruition, perhaps. I remember one point in my life when God did allow me to see the fruit. And I tell this story, and I feel ashamed to tell you the story. Mother called me up one day, and she I didn't even know her, didn't attend our church, but she called me and said, "You got to come quick. I think my son is on a binge, on a bender, drugs, alcohol, whatever." Met her at his apartment, went around the back, saw him through the storm door there, lying face down on the floor, naked as a jaybird. We finally, after knocking profusely after several minutes, he came to the door. Instead of reaching for the handle, put his hand right through the glass window, cut his arm up pretty bad. So there I am on the back step with him, towel wrapped around his wrist, praying over him, and thinking to myself, this isn't going to amount to much. As I waved the ambulance goodbye, I ashamedly tell you that I thought, well, this was a waste of a couple of hours. A couple years later, doesn't this man enter our church, come up to me and say, "You probably don't remember me, do you? You prayed over me." I got involved at a Christian rehab center, gave my life to Jesus. I'm now studying to be in the ministry. You never know. You never know the impact that you might have. So, brothers and sisters, who for the joy set before us this Christmas season, the impact that you can have in the lives of the people that you minister to, fix your eyes on Jesus. Keep your eyes on him this Christmas season. Thanks so much for listening. God bless you all, and Merry Christmas.